I hadn't heard about Wired calling out YouTube to the platform Leafy.
Oh wait, what?
I'm gonna look that up real quick, just because I'm curious.
Same here. What's the?
It
Wait, did they
says
make like an
Wired.
article or something? Very wired.
Here, I got no desktop here. Wired Leafy. Wired.com. Pokimane boyfriend and the scandalous reign of YouTube drama. Wow. Hey, Wired, you realize you're writing a drama article while talking about the scandalous history of drama on YouTube, right? Am I the only one seeing the irony here? YouTube drama is a barbed thing. The first trap is taking it too seriously, and the second is not taking it seriously enough. Yesterday, Calvin Leafyishere Vale. I didn't know his last name. Did they dox his last name, or was it public?
I think it's public, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though.
Okay.
If you were to like go to like a YouTube wiki, I'm sure. I don't know.
I'm gonna laugh hysterically if I find out that that it wasn't public, and then they actually essentially doxed him, because then they actually were actively worse than he was in his video by far, because they actually gave out personal information. Posted a video attempting to eviscerate celebrity Twitch streamer Pokimane Anis. I'm pretty sure her last name was actually public already. A notorious YouTuber who falls under the drama category. Vale posts videos with titles like "Saddest Girl on the Internet" or "The Onision Rant" that regularly receive more than 1 million views. They also have featured Vale attacking children and marginalized people, which has led to criticisms over cyberbullying after a years-long break, partially due to his complaints about YouTube's ad revenue system. He returned earlier this year. This time he was after Anis. Charismatic and witted, Anis is the sort of streamer whose existence answers the question, why would anyone pay to watch another person play a game? Maybe. A few hours after the video went up yesterday, it was still laced with a total of 7 ads. Today... Oh, that's actually in this? Jeez. Let's see here. The journalist is a former Kotaku employee. Seriously, journalists need to be forced to work in a mine for a few weeks to realize how crappy people they are. Let's see here. On our Twitch channel. Followed by 5.3 million people, Anna streams first-person shooter Valorant, reacts to ridiculous YouTube videos, and pets her cat. And mouths over the lyrics of pop songs. So she's mouthing over the lyrics of pop songs. That sounds like a DMCA issue, unless she in particular has the rights to it. Unless she's talking about TikTok, unless they're talking about TikTok, and even then, TikTok, I feel like, is eventually going to have a legal issue with that because they're using copyrighted songs and don't seem to have any licenses for it. Pets her cat, I'm going to assume is a joke. It's a joke. Otherwise, they're giving her credit for petting her cat on stream as if that's some amazing content that needs to be praised. Let's see. Vale's video, Content Nuke Pokimane, begins with a montage of Anis before cutting to a clip of her reacting to another drama video. I think the only way people stop with this... Anis says, then Vale cuts to another drama YouTuber's tweet from earlier that week, simply reads Pokimane 2 out of 10. And her fans' huge backlash against the random insult. Random insult... That's literally a rating. Like, if personally you think that her content is a 2 out of 10, like, if you're going to call it an insult, I think you're just assuming there's some kind of specific context, aren't you? For all you know, it's gameplay skill that they're talking about. finally to hammer home the point that reacting is losing. What? Finally to hammer home the point that reacting is losing. Vale makes fun of Anis for making copyright claims, a move known as copyright striking. Those are two entirely different systems. Claims are not the same things as strikes. This writer doesn't know what they're talking about. Against the YouTube videos, including her content, I don't give a crap, says Vale. If you're a big fan of her, please come at me. He asked people to share the video with the hashtag Pokimane boyfriend. The argument underpinning Vale's video, too boring to recommend, is that Anis isn't funny, entertaining, or even hot. An image of Anis sans makeup is included in the video. He also alleges, without apparent evidence, that Anis, who keeps her private life very private, has a boyfriend. Whatever the word is that makes her get canceled, that's the one I want to go with, he says. At the end, he invites Anis, who reacts to videos on her stream, to engage in a discussion over whether she has a boyfriend. He received 1 million views within a day. Wait a minute. Is that really, like, so what, the insult, so what, it's an insult because he said that she's got a boyfriend? I'm confused where the big problem with that is. We got a serious allegation here, boys. Pokimane may have a boyfriend. This is a very serious allegation.
I like how Jay leaves like right after you said that for like a split second there.
What happened?
No, it's like shocking. Pokimane has a boyfriend, and then like Jay like instantaneously leaves. I just thought that was funny.
Wait, where was Jay?
No, he like left for like a split second, then he came back. I was like, oh god, you pissed him off now.
What? Oh, Jay. I thought you said Jay Lee. I was like, what are you talking about? Jay Lee hasn't been here. Yeah, technically that word isn't supposed to. Technically, the THOT word is not supposed to be used on Twitch. I'm too small. I don't think it's gonna really get me anyway, so I'm gonna approve it for now. What if she's lesbian? Does that make her untouchable? A few hours after the video went up yesterday, it's still laced with a total of 7 ads. Today, it had none and was preceded with by an age restriction. We have strict policies that prohibit ads from showing on content that is demeaning or insulting, and YouTube does not profit off of this content, a YouTube spokesperson said in a comment. The video from Leafyishere is blocked from showing ads shortly after being uploaded. Later, after Leafyishere complained about the age restriction, YouTube's official Twitter account asked that they share the next steps with him over DM with pray your hands emoji. The age restriction was removed. Demeaning, insulting, or just plain milquetoast. Within hours of Vale's video hitting YouTube, Pokimane boyfriend started to trend on Twitter, and 2 hours after it was posted, 2,500 tweets included the hashtag. 5 hours after, it was 9,600. Many tweets memed on the situation at large, some pronouncing anyone emotionally invested in a Twitch streamer's romantic life a clown or a simp. If you're invested in another person's personal romantic life, there might actually be a problem there. You shouldn't be invested in a streamer's romantic life. You shouldn't be invested in a celebrity's romantic life no matter what. If people are like flipping out, no, she doesn't have a boyfriend, that is weird. That is weird. Oh, this girl in her 20s, she doesn't have a boyfriend. That's weird for you to defend somebody like, oh, she doesn't have a boyfriend. He claimed she had a boyfriend as a joke. I don't even like Leafy. I don't even like Leafy a little bit. And I can't believe I'm having to actually defend Leafy. They count the tweets because that's what matters. Yeah, right? The number matters. Notice how they don't mention that a lot of those tweets probably were also defending her by also using the hashtag, so that it wasn't just people spamming her harassment. My hand was kind of covered up there, so I'll do the air quotes again. Leafy is one of the laziest commentators I've ever seen in terms of his actual work into his content. He might back in the day he might have pumped out a ton of videos super fast, but in terms of the actual quality, the actual effort into the videos, yeah, they were trash. I do not like that he has like this massive reputation as like the king of commentary when he joined commentary after people were already doing commentary for years. He might have been one of the first to do the drama commentary, but still. Leafy's the best thing on the platform right now. How? Most of his content, it's they're not even funny insults. Like for example, he used the same insult twice against Doplex. That he just drinks milk in a cafe or something like that. Like he used the same joke twice verbatim. Like he couldn't even mix the joke up. He just made jokes about him being a hipster. Stuff like this tells me that he's not what we need right now. Stuff like this tells me that he's not what we need right now because Leafy doesn't have anything to lose if he gets the whole platform demonetized again. Not him getting it demonetized before, but if the whole platform suffers an adpocalypse because of content creators like him. I've never thought he was funny. I've never understood why people think he's funny. Ha ha, he said bad thing. Ha ha. Hoo funny. He said the no word. He said a gamer word. What was funny about that? Like, if people want to like what they want to like, that's fine. But you cannot tell me that his content was high quality. You can't tell me that it was comedic. I mean, sure, you can say that humor is subjective, but what was the comedic elements to it? I would argue his videos weren't even structured. It was like he legitimately just went on and ranted. Now I'll admit, years ago, that was one of the ways a lot of people did content. That's fine. But I refuse to agree that he's what we need right now. More chaos to put the platform at risk. I refuse to accept that. I don't think he should necessarily be deplatformed, but saying that he's what we need, no. There's no like nuance to it. Got to look at the past content. Got to look past the content. I've got to look past the content. Why would I look past the content? To what? His personal life? My whole point is, who cares about their personal lives? You shouldn't be invested in people's personal lives that are content creators. You're watching their content, not their personal life. Many tweets memed on the situation at large. Some pronouncing anyone emotionally invested in a Twitch streamer's romantic life a clown or a simp, which is 2020 for delusionally love-struck buffoon. Yeah, that's accurate. So I don't know. Before long, particularly after Annis jumped into the fray with her own jokes about the drama, Pokimane Boyfriend became more of a meme-driven takedown of itself than a harassment campaign. What? Became more of a meme-driven takedown of itself than a harassment campaign. Well, it was never a harassment campaign. You're acting like the whole intent was to harass her. From a certain perspective, that's the end. For the pro-Poke counter trolling. Pro-Poke counter trolling was more fun than the original trolling. That's perspective. And algorithmically snubbed out. Again, that's not necessarily true. That really depends on who you're following. It really depends on who you're following and all, because who you're following is going to dictate what you see, the kind of things you follow, and the kind of things you support on that platform. I'll save it for the podcast, but my viewpoint is simply YouTube tried to rein in the platform and made famous people famous who don't do anything even good. So it's a balance to have people tear down the garbage. Yeah, but you can do that while not sucking. You can do that with skill and not just random blurting out profanity and stupid insults that have no actual value. Um uh all the good ones got banned though. Who? Alex Jones? Mumpky Jones? So far I think it's pretty much just the Joneses that have been banned. Um On social media, wait a minute, I think I skipped something here. Trouble is, drama is an Ouroboros. I'm not actually. That's uh definition. I'm not familiar with that one. Circular symbol depicting a snake, or less commonly a dragon swallowing its tail, isn't it? Why don't you just call it circular? Why don't you just call it circular? Freaking stupid. Drama is circular. The fact that Pokimane trended the fact that Pokimane trended at all made the Anis Vale dust up news ripe for reactions.
Is it working?
Yeah, I can hear you. On social media, and especially in today's attention economy, reacting is big business. As reacting is big business. It shouldn't be. Reacting is not like the same thing as criticizing a video you watch or something like that. It's not like watching a video and going hee hee, oh, she's so pretty, haha. That's not transformative in any way. Actual reaction? Yes. Actual reaction content? Yes. No, because that's the thing though. That's criticism. That's transformative. I'm talking about actual reaction content where you don't react. I feel like I'm clearly making the distinction here. I realize you can't like actually ban a genre like that because you can't really define where those bounds are. You'd have to do it like you bastard. Oh, I didn't realize that one was so cheap. I forgot I made that one cheap because it's shorter.
It's also Chris Hansen. That's why it's cheap.
Can buy cheap Chris Hansen so cheaply. On social media, and especially in today's attention economy, reacting is big business. As Pokimane's boyfriend spread dozens of videos cropped up on YouTube, many of them monetized, glomping onto the manufactured drama, which, if you've already forgotten, was an unprovoked video attempting to take down a successful Twitch streamer. Oh my word. They always make it so, like, they blow it up into something that it's not. Big name drama commentators like Keemstar, alias Daily Keem, alias Keemstar, who initially tweeted that Anis was a 2 out of 10, started positioning themselves to get on the action. Had Anis not handled the situation the way she did, it likely could have spiraled even more. What did she do? Am I missing something? What did she do? Just memed on it with everybody else? Because it's just jokes? Nothing about Pokimane's boyfriend is unique. Everything from its choice of targets to its banal sexism is extremely old, but that's kind of the point. What?
He sounds like a simp.
How is... I get the feeling this is a female writer. I think somebody actually said it was a female writer. Tweeted at Slasher. What'd she tweet at Slasher? I never saw it. I just usually ignore Pokimane because she's annoying. They're both female writers? Oh. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. But how... I'm confused how it's sexism. Because targeting a woman? Like, I guess you can't make videos talking about women now without it being sexism? I guess I better delete the video about the feminism chair. The Brand Circus Industrial Complex, Brand Circus Industrial, oh my word, that has sprung up around the volatile world of internet celebrity relies on predictable responses to formulaic content. Do people not know that Saturday Night Live exists? Do they not know that The Daily Show exists? Do they not know that comedians tell jokes about other celebrities on stage all the time? Like slanderous jokes? Like, why is it okay for mainstream celebrities to make fun of mainstream celebrities, but E-celebrities can't make fun of E-celebrities? I fail to understand the logic there. Like, is the sexism the fact that he said she's not hot? Remember, Pokey words of wisdom, a girl effed up. Yeah. Yeah, that just didn't make any sense to me, that stupid tweet. Like, she actually lied about It's a Gundam's video to make it sound worse, to get him in trouble, to get him more trouble. Like, flat out lied about the video and what the intent was and what he talked about and how he did it. Stupid. Let's see here. Sprung up around the world of celebrities are predictable responses to formulaic content. It doesn't matter whether she has a boyfriend or whether or not her Twitch stream is actually funny. The content isn't the content. What? The content isn't the content? The reaction is the content? What? What does that even mean? This is what I mean by reining in people. It's insanity from people who never had their parents discipline them and teach them how to deal with mean words. Okay, but we're seeing this kind of stuff about people like Diorio too. We're not seeing this just about people like Leafy. Like, Diorio puts a lot of work and stuff in that, and he was dealing with this crap with Susie Liu. There were, like, a bunch of people are dealing with it with Hanson right now. Like, Leafy is not a great example of this, in my opinion. Like, the content, he even admits, is lazy because it's not worth it to put the effort in. Funny is funny. I've asked multiple people to explain what exactly was so funny about the videos. And they're like, it's just funny. You're just talking trash. Yeah, but usually when you talk trash, you have to actually be funny. There has to be like an actual joke. Otherwise, people just think you're stupid. And no one's been able to give me good examples of what exactly was so funny in any of his videos. Yeah, no, I'll agree there. I will agree with you there for sure. They seem like they're acting like this is. They seem like they're reading so far into this. I will give them credit there. I will give you credit there, and I will give a lot of people other credit here. Like Nick and Boblax also said this earlier. People are overthinking his stupid video massively. I'll probably put this on the second channel. I've got two other videos I'm cutting up from a stream that I'll probably end up putting on the second channel, so I'll probably do this too. It's a little bit more messy now. Oh my word, how long is this freaking article? They wrote a book. They wrote a book about Leafy making fun of Pokimane. The content isn't the content, right? The reaction is the content. Once the complex senses scandal, it starts publicizing the drama. So this is where I'm getting confused. It doesn't matter whether she has a boyfriend or whether or not her Twitch stream is actually funny. The content is the content. Okay, that's about her, right? But then the reaction is the content. Once the complex uses this senses scandal, it starts publicizing the drama. Now she's talking about the other audience. She's talking about Leafy's audience now. The content to Leafy's audience was always Leafy's video and not Pokey's. So what is the point of the argument they're making here? The content of Pokimane's content was, of course, never their content to watch. Leafy's content was the content for that audience. Thank you for the bits, Otter. So by that logic, Susie Lou's reactions and content and not the anime, right? I guess that's what they're trying to say. I'm not quite sure. Oh, you sent that twice, with the one with the bits and one without. Thank you for the bits, though. All right, now I'm riled. Good night, sir. Good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow, man. What's up, Jay?
They made a fucking book about it?
No, I was saying that that's how much text is written here.
Oh.
Not literally a book.
Oh.
Jay,
Well,
are you smoking again?
No.
Yeah, I'm glad you did, because this is ridiculous. This is so stupid. Once the complex senses scandal, it starts publicizing the drama, reacting to it, reacting to reactions to it, reacting to celebrity responses to reactions to it. Oh my word, this is so stupid the way it's written. Across every social media platform, all the time until the next scandal happens. No, these things die off very quickly. The result is often millions of YouTube views and an awful lot of corresponding advertising revenue. It may not be good for high-minded public discourse, but it's good for a lot of people's wallets, from the drama channels to YouTube's. High-minded public discourse. What do you mean by high-minded public discourse? What a shock. YouTube isn't the sophisticated platform of the upper class. What a shocker. Like a lot of sticky social situations, the internet didn't invent drama profiteering. According to Sharon Marcus, a cultural historian of celebrity at Columbia University, Annis is kind of a modern version of... What? Many of whom had to contend with fans' fantasies about their romantic availability? So they're admitting here about that Poki's got to deal with her fans' romantic desire. In 1882, French actress Sarah Bernhardt tried so hard to keep her marriage a secret from the gossip press that she held the ceremony in a different country. She still ended up foiled by the Twitter of her day, the transatlantic telegraph cable, which brought the news to the States, filling newspapers from tabloids to celebrity magazines to gossip sites. The drama industry's basic interests and business model haven't changed much since. Okay, but do they not realize the reason that people have an issue with that logic? The reason is because it makes your audience that already believes they have a chance to eventually win your romantic involvement believe that you have a chance to win your romantic involvement. If you are taken, there's a lot of them that are going to go, oh, okay. And if they stop watching, they stop watching. But one thing that I personally don't necessarily agree with this being a thing, but there's people that believe that women like Pokimane that have this kind of attraction to their audience do it intentionally. I mean, like I said, I don't believe that. That doesn't add up to me. But you have people like Belle Delphine that knowingly does this. Belle Delphine definitely, clearly, knowingly baits her audience for stuff. Maybe not necessarily directly romantic involvement, but she's baited so many times she was going to reveal nudes and things like that, and eventually she ended up starting to do it. YouTube drama channels should stop preying on each other and just start all out war with these fake journalists. I mean, here's the thing. People did years ago over the PewDiePie stuff. But guess what? Mainstream has a separate audience, so we as new media are not able to impact them. 100 years old comparison to enable leech behavior. Let's see. She still ended up foiled by the Twitter of her day. Okay. See, I'm still confused here. Many of whom have to contend with their fans' fantasy about their romantic availability. Tried so hard to keep her marriage a secret from the gossip press that she tried to keep the fact that she was not single from the press. Why? Gradually, though, the drama chroniclers became marketable personalities in their own right, like controversial blogger Perez Hilton, who is kind of spiritual forefather of and would be participant in the YouTube drama channel ecosystem. Okay, so you didn't explain why it's a problem. Like, you didn't explain why they need to hide the relationships. I mean, I get you don't need to expose it, but what is the concern with people knowing that the relationship exists? I'm not saying that you should have to put it out there, right? But they're acting like it's a problem. They're acting like the big problem is that he accused her of having a boyfriend as a joke. She doesn't even have to address it. She doesn't have to. But how is him accusing her of having a boyfriend making her a victim? Like, this is insane, the level they're going to try and make her a victim because he accused her of having a boyfriend. Like, that's unbelievably a reach. Yet categorizing YouTube drama business as simply a facet of attention economy seriously underestimates it. Like a parasite, the ecosystem has evolved to adapt to changes in its social media environment and keep itself alive off its many host bodies. Vale's video isn't just clicky, it came with its own viral hashtag suggestion in the description. Its legitimacy is constantly reinforced by other YouTubers seeking to earn their own clicks and potential revenue from the evolving drama. The drama being, she has a boyfriend.
Also, isn't the writer doing the same exact thing?
Well, no, I wouldn't go there because, you know, I don't like the idea of saying that you can't expose something without being a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to call them a hypocrite for making an article like this because they're making a content about drama content. I don't like that. It feels like a very, I don't like that argument basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
It feels like a very slippery slope type of thing. I'm not happy. Yeah, girlfriend simulator. Don't want her personal life affecting her income. Its legitimacy is constantly reinforced. Okay. Very wrong. Java. It looks to govern Anis and her millions of followers. Reactions by placing boundary lines on either side of the conversation. Take it too earnestly and you're a snowflake. Take it too lightly and you're letting some YouTuber cancel or harass your fave. It immediately challenges Anis to not copyright strike it.
Well,
What? But she doesn't have right to copyright strike it, though. If it's transformative and under fair use. If she does, it proves him right. It paints her criticism of similar YouTube videos as ineffective, all the while the reaction grows bigger. Okay, but the reason he did that was because she's done it before to silence criticism. That's a fair, joking... Like, that was a tongue-in-cheek joke about the fact that she's falsely struck people before. Drama YouTube's thickest skin might be its resistance to developing might be the resistance it's developed to be taken seriously. What? Adults watching YouTube drama with a furrowed brow and concern for anyone's well-being appear embarrassingly out of touch to many of the platform's young, very online consumers. It's just a meme, it's just entertainment. Then those adults become the content, as we saw in 2017 with PewDiePie's constant testing of the limits of lol JK. Okay, see,
There
after
it is.
accusations of anti-Semitism. Okay, so they're on the side of the media was right. PewDiePie's an anti-Semite. Get offline if you can't take a joke. Okay, but here's the thing. Nobody was writing articles about Sarah Silverman. Nobody was writing articles about Robert Downey Jr. Nobody's writing articles about all these other people crossing lines. Because they drew lines for parallel. They drew parallels as part of the comedy. PewDiePie did the same thing. I mean, he wore a like a British, I think it's a British Air Force or something like that suit. I can't remember what it is, but they claimed it was a Nazi. It was a Nazi uniform, and it wasn't. He didn't dress up as a Nazi. He dressed up as a British soldier, or whatever. I'm pretty sure it was British because he was in Britain at the time. The bias that that journo assumed that Pokey is not taking advantage of simps. She made a business out of it. Leafy vid may be in poor taste, but what about Pokey's fake image? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's manipulative to your audience to pretend. So like if somebody says you've got a boyfriend and you're like, no, I'm paranoid, you get all paranoid about it. Like, why are you so worried about it? Like if you're worried about your relationship being doxxed, like your person you're with being doxxed or whatever, that's fair, right? But the idea that she seems less bothered than these people do by the fact that she was accused of having a boyfriend. Like, that's such a dumb insult, right? That you should be able to just let roll off your back. You should be able to just let that roll off your back. That's such a weak insult. Oh, girl has boyfriend. How dare she? Even if it was true. It's impossible not to take it seriously, though. What? The facts point to seriousness. After a very public online struggle with mental health, YouTuber and streamer they went to Etika.
Holy shit! No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. After a very public struggle online with mental health, YouTuber and Twitch streamer Desmond Etika Amofa took his own life. In a video published by YouTube channel H3H3 Productions, YouTuber Ethan Klein attributes some of Amofa's struggles to the climate of toxicity around YouTube drama channels, which reaped views off his public outbursts. Keemstar and his sponsor G Fuel parted ways. Sponsors dropped H3 Productions too. They went to Etika. He had so many other issues. The internet was not the big cause of all that. And they make it sound like it was the reason for it. Platforms are beginning to take drama business seriously too, or are at least making a show of trying to do so. In December 2019, YouTube updated its harassment policy to more aggressively address videos containing insults based on gender, race, or sexual orientation. Other YouTube videos referring to the drama are demonetized too. The subreddit Livestream Fail, which has traditionally exacerbated Twitch drama, especially when it involves women, apparently moderated several posts referring to Vale's video. According to a moderator, the subreddit adjusted its moderation policies to reduce pile-ons in the wake of the Twitch streamer, recent suicide. Necessary though these changes are, they are unlikely to undo a culture around celebrity drama that's been centuries in the making. Yeah, no kidding. FYI, Etika had his channel deleted twice for posting porn. Also punched a cop, several mental breakdowns, and stole bikes from people. Yep. Yeah. And his family have gone on the record saying before that Keem was not responsible for it. Like going on his show was a dream. So if he loved Keem so much, then all their back and forths, he was loving every minute of that. As much as I don't like Keem, again, I don't like Leafy or Keem. I've never liked either one of them. But this feels like they watched H3's video and decided to do the same thing. Just stage everything away. I mean, like they're like supporting Ethan here, right? Like they're quoting him again here. Months ago, after Vale returned to YouTube and published a widely viewed roast video, H3 Productions' Ethan Klein cast doubt on his ability to succeed on platform after the platform changes to its algorithms and philosophy toward content. I would love to see Leafy come back and try and exist in a landscape today. The content he was making would never fly on YouTube today, Klein said in a video at the time. YouTube has proven that's not exactly the case. Vale's channel description reads, okay, you're quoting him with that, on that, but where's the information about, like, your problem is that he's shaming this woman. You haven't mentioned the fact that Ethan was shaming Trisha less than a year ago for being a whale, a beached whale. He compared her to a beached whale. Or was that Tanamango? I can't remember which one it was. But he insulted both of them. He insulted both of their bodies. I guess it only matters when we we're really, really picking and choosing whose insults are okay, right? I would love to see Leafy come back. Okay, I already said that. Vale's channel in description reads, with obvious irony, just trying to survive in the current landscape. So celebrities have found their own ways to hack the YouTube drama business model. Some of Anis's most entertaining content has been her easy clapbacks against trolls and haters. For her part, Anis takes the joke and often proves that she's funnier than her haters. That is definitely up for debate. I've seen a lot of her clapbacks, and a lot of them are really, really weak. Really weak. Like all the stuff she said about Pokey, all the stuff she said about Gundam, most of it was not even true. Making a 20-minute video calling a woman a thought, the video wasn't about her, it was about her fan. Most of the video, she wasn't the one that was being focused on. So that was already not true. I watched most of that video, and I felt like it was barely about her. Because it was focusing on, like, the ridiculousness of stans. And maybe I'm remembering it wrong. It's been a while since I saw the video. But it was far from 20 minutes of calling her a thought when it's mostly about her fan that was, like, allegedly willing to lose his home to donate money to her. So celebrities have found their own... it's time to come clean. Pokimane boyfriend, she tweeted above. Picture of herself holding hands with a cardboard cutout of President Obama. As more and more people came out jokingly as her boyfriend, she lobbed the tennis ball across the court, small gags and lighthearted encouragement. She hasn't fallen off the reaction trap. So she ran with the joke. So they are calling sexism over a joke that Pokimane played into. Okay. Just minutes after she went live today on Twitch, 16,000 viewers were sitting in Anis's stream waiting to see what would happen. Doesn't she usually get a stream like that? Like, Tim the Tatman gets 30 to 40,000 within the first few minutes of his stream. At least every time I've tuned in anyway. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe it's not his average, but when I've watched, usually it's around 30 to 40,000. See what she would say. She wore a blue floral dress and explained she was going to make a pizza. What does the dress have to do with it? As she ate spoonfuls of tomato sauce, commenting on how delicious it is, her chat reacted wildly. Pokimane eats jar of tomato sauce. She laughs. She took a bite out of her slice of pineapple pizza and said, "I'll give it a 2 out of 10. Okay. That's the end of it? So there's no mention in here of her even being outraged because someone mentioned she had a boyfriend, whether it's true or not. As a joke, somebody said Pokimane boyfriend. This is the weakest garbage to flip out about on their end. I'm clearly okay to flip out about this. I'm clearly in the right now. I'm kidding. But this is like framing this entire thing like she's some sort of victim, but even she doesn't seem to be that mad about it. Am I wrong?
Yeah, shit.
Wow. What an amazing article where writers seem to just flail their arms and hope to make contact with their keyboards. I can't stand Leafy. And I have to call this BS. They compared Leafy saying Pokimane has a boyfriend to the harassment that led to Etika's death. In quotes, because that's not really what led to his death. Great. I need to remove 11 characters. Dang it. I can't stand Leafy. But this is BS.
Well, I lost brain cells reading that article.
What do you mean? I was reading it.
I was reading it at the same time.
I'm mostly kidding. Okay. I'm DMing that article to Tipster. I'm really upset. The fact that they went to Etika, like I wasn't even mad as much. I wasn't even as mad as everybody else was about Ethan going to Etika against Keem. This just feels like it was a reach because they saw Ethan's video. They used Etika's. All right. To Leafy's. I'm sorry, I haven't responded to chat in a while. 1 second here. All right, let me see here. All right, I didn't post that VOD. It was that was good. Yeah, I'll edit that out. Holy crap, that was like an hour. All right, I guess I'll play a little more for another like half hour. I was planning on getting off so I can get some stuff done before I go to bed, but I'm like all heated up now, so I kind of feel like I need to just chill.